Today, the South Carolina Supreme Court threw out Alex Murdaugh's murder conviction, 5-0, but not because he is innocent. It fell because the woman assigned to protect the jury was busy writing a book about the trial while it was happening. In Hampton County, South Carolina, there is a phrase people understand without saying: if you need a lawyer, you go to Murdaugh. If you need the charges to go away, you go to Murdaugh. The county is small, the family name is large, and for most of a century, the distance between those two facts was invisible. For 86 consecutive years, from 1920 to 2006, a Murdaugh held the local prosecutor's seat. Great-grandfather, grandfather, father. The same name, the same office, the same accumulation of favors and silence. Alex Murdaugh was born into this world the way other children are born into a trade. The family law firm bore his name. He drove the back roads of the South Carolina Lowcountry, shaking hands, settling cases. By the time he became a partner, the courthouse already belonged to him in every way that mattered. His clients didn't just hire him for his skill, they hired him because his family had written the rules for 100 years. But beneath the surface, the dynasty was rotting. On the night of June 7, 2021, Alex Murdaugh called 911. His wife Maggie and his 22-year-old son Paul were dead on the family property, shot at close range. Alex told investigators he had been at his mother's house. He had not. As investigators dug deeper, they found the real story. $12 million stolen from his own clients, from widows, from accident victims, from the families of people who had died and trusted his firm with their grief. It was not impulsive, it was systematic. A slow theft that spanned decades and hundreds of clients. For decades, Alex Murdaugh had been quietly draining the accounts of the most vulnerable people who came to him for help. He resigned. He admitted to the thefts. He became what his dynasty had always prosecuted. The gathering storm the prosecution described was real. His son Paul had been involved in a boat crash that killed a young woman. Depositions were coming. The truth was closing in. In January 2023, Alex Murdaugh stood before a jury in Colleton County, South Carolina. 6 weeks. The prosecution's theory: he killed his family to buy himself time. He took the stand. He wept. He admitted he had lied to investigators. He denied the killings. The jury deliberated for just under 3 hours. Guilty on both counts. 2 life sentences. Assigned to manage that jury was Becky Hill, the Colleton County Clerk of Court. Her role was to act as a buffer between the jurors and the world outside, to ensure that nothing contaminated their deliberations. She was also writing a book. The book was called Behind the Doors of Justice: The Murdaugh Murders. She had been working on it during the trial itself. To sell a book about a murder trial, it helps enormously to know how the story ends. It helps even more if you can shape it. So Becky Hill started talking to the jurors. She did not deliver speeches. She did not hand out notes. What she did was quieter, more dangerous. When Alex Murdaugh took the stand, Hill approached jurors and told them to watch the defendant's body language, to watch him closely. Don't be fooled. This shouldn't take us long. One juror, referred to only as Juror Z, told investigators those comments made it seem like Murdaugh was already guilty. That juror said she was influenced by the remarks. Other jurors said they heard similar things, every comment small, seemingly benign, individually deniable. The presumption of innocence is not a technicality, it is the foundation. Remove it before deliberations begin, and everything that follows is theater. Murdaugh was convicted. Becky Hill finished her book. It was eventually pulled from publication, not because of what she had done to the jury, because of plagiarism. In May 2025, Hill was charged. Perjury, obstruction of justice, misconduct. She had leaked sealed evidence to the media to promote her work. She had lied under oath to a judge about what she had said to jurors. The court noted she was, in the words of a former Chief Justice, attracted by the siren call of celebrity. In December 2025, Becky Hill pleaded guilty. The sentence, 3 years of probation, not a single day in prison. The South Carolina Supreme Court, 5 justices, not 1 dissent. Hill placed her fingers on the scales of justice. As her book's title suggests, it turns out Hill was quite busy behind the doors of justice. The court also found the trial judge had allowed the financial crimes evidence to go far too long and far too deep. Today, May 13, 2026, the 2 murder convictions are vacated. A new trial is ordered. Murdaugh will not leave prison. The 40-year federal sentence remains. But prosecutors say they will retry him for murder. And here is the part that the news coverage will mostly skip. The system that protected the Murdaugh dynasty for 86 years never learned how to watch it fall neutrally. It could not simply let the collapse happen. Someone inside the courthouse had to manage it, had to make sure the right verdict came back, had to control the story of how the dynasty ended. Becky Hill was not an outsider who infiltrated a fair trial. She was a product of the same courthouse culture. She did what people inside that system had always done. She managed the outcome. The difference was that this time, someone noticed. Alex Murdaugh says he did not kill his wife and son. He has admitted to everything else: the theft, the lies, the fraud, but never the murders. The question the Supreme Court's ruling does not answer, and that no retrial will fully resolve, is this: in a county where one family ran the legal system for 86 years, can any jury hear this case without already knowing who to convict? And if the answer is no, what does that say about every verdict that came before?